Good morning and welcome back to it, the Now Morning Show, where we have you moving. Thank you, Tiro, with the selection that is very football-centric because Athletic International Academy is getting ready to participate in the Tiro World Cup in Connecticut out there in the U.S. And so to tell us more about it, we are joined by the director of Athletic International Academy, Mr. Adrian Romaine, the managing director as well, and Mr. Cruikshank, Jermaine Cruikshank, who is one of the players or members of the academy, telling us about the prep and the representation. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome. And let me say good luck right off the bat.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Good morning, and thank you.
Once we start talking about any sort of cup qualification, it means prep, it means a lot of work, and it means that somebody decided that we needed to create this avenue for the next generation. So let's get straight into it, Adrian. What is AIA?
AIA is basically, we are based in East Trinidad, Eddie Hart, Savannah. We the stage where we call ourselves a lab to develop young footballers in Trinidad and Tobago, give them the exposure. What we do not want really and truly is for guys that don't make the national team, do not get the experience that they will be getting this summer in Connecticut. So AIA is basically built around developing young footballers to assist Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the Caribbean, in really and truly achieving their goals, because as you know, our country at the moment is really stagnant in terms of what is happening in our football.
Right.
And for us to talk development, well, the academies need to start it.
I hear you loud and clear. Now, as an academy that gives the space to create your own guidelines, your own operations, does that include guidelines towards females as well, or is it strictly for young men right now?
No, actually, we are male and female academy. We have 3 young ladies who's actually starting the World Cup in Tiro. They are traveling today.
Nice.
So their World Cup starts tomorrow. Megan Briggs, Lily Selvon, and also Liziane. So we are about women football as well, because I think women football also needs that attention as much as male, and we try to balance it as much as possible. But our main goal is just development and giving them exposure.
Right. So when we're talking development, how early are we starting? What are the age groups that we look forward to seeing in AIA?
Surprisingly, we start at age 3. Because that's the tender age, and a lot of kids, toddlers, love to kick the ball.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if you can walk, you can kick the ball.
Yeah, and we go as far as age 21.
Okay.
But during that period of 17 to 21, we normally assess players. We do not want players to come into the academy who isn't ready, or we don't think that they can go to the next level. We just try to be as honest as possible in terms of our selection.
Okay. Speaking of that selection, your involvement, as you mentioned earlier, is not just limited to Trinidad, but by extension the region as well.
Yes.
How is that translating, or what sort of experience are you pulling from to be able to extend that to the members?
Well, what has happened is that with my time as Trinidad and Tobago senior team manager, I created a lot of, basically I networked well. And with that, I saw that some parts of the Caribbean really needed assistance in this level where scholarships is not being granted. A lot of players do not know about the professional side. And to be honest, we are blessed in Trinidad and Tobago to have a lot of these things that is basically in our backyard. So with that, I made a lot of relationships, and it has benefited. I have assisted Grenada, Guyana, even at present I'm at Anguilla, which we'll get in depth with. But yeah, we have really assisted them.
Well, let's get in that one
No
time.
problem.
What does the Anguilla sports side of things look like, and how does that translate again to aiding the members here in Trinidad?
Well, the opportunity is there for our members as well, because what happens is that the Anguilla FA, I'm the pathway manager, and what we do, we basically bring Anguillan players to Trinidad and Tobago. We had one recently, the captain of Anguilla, Jermaine Hughes. He represented Canopy FC, and by extension, our players get the opportunity as well to go to Anguilla to partake in their league, which is developing very big, because they put a lot of investment. And again, they are not ranked top like Trinidad and Tobago, but they see the importance of development, and they want to grow as a country. They only have a capacity of 15,000. So it's exciting.
I imagine. And then from Jermaine, let's go to Jamaica. Well, yeah, Jamaica. I'm making sure I pronounce it correctly. Because you can speak of the actual experience having been a part of the academy. How would you describe that thus far? And were you one of those who started when you were 3?
No, I wasn't, unfortunately. But with AIA, we are really a family. It's family oriented. Hard work over talent. That's what it really is.
Hard work over talent. I
Yes.
like that. In that case, you play what position?
I play defense.
And your experience thus far, the best part and the worst part of the academy. He can't fight.
No,
right?
I can't fight
You
it.
can't fight it.
The worst part of the academy, I'll do bad first, when we lost. Because that's the worst part. Nobody likes to lose.
Fair.
But the best part, when we train together as a team, like I said, family, we really are together as a team. When we win together, lose together is be good, but win together always.
And that's fair. Everybody wants to win, as you say, nobody likes to lose. And speaking of winning, we are hoping to take some titles as you're getting ready to go to this Tiro Cup. So tell me a little bit as to what that entails, not just from the preparation side, but what is at stake.
Yeah, well, firstly, I must thank Stefan Defoe. That's Haiti coach. He made himself available to be part of this venture for us at AIA. And with that being said, the Tiro World Cup is a big showcase for youth student athletes, where players from all over the world comes into Connecticut, and they call it a World Cup because that's the mecca of where college coaches come from all over the U.S. to basically scout and give these kids an opportunity. We are delighted to be part of it, and again, we will be representing Trinidad and Tobago big time, because my student athletes in our academy is really excited, and they have another option in life, which is to go to school. And I think schooling is very important, and we really push it as much as possible to promote that level.
In that case, what you're describing is, yes, a massive showcase, but scouting, meaning that your actual students from Trinidad will now be having the opportunity to go to school in the U.S. specifically.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the criteria then that they may be exposed or judged on?
Well, there's different criteria. Some coaches will ask for their grading. Majority of coaches, SATs, which we have a few of student athletes that already have sealed that. Then you have some players, you may have a junior college that is just looking for their CXC grades.
Right.
And then there's upcoming talent, where student athletes will return next year into a college during the fall season if the coach is really interested in them. So they will have a lot of prep time to get to that level of what the coach requires or the school requires.
Right.
So for me, it's a great opportunity, it's a great showcase, and it's one in a lifetime basically opportunity.
Beautiful. That means that while they do have some time to prep, it means that you are going to look for another cohort as it continuously happens. How does one join the academy?
They join the academy. You can follow us on Athletic International Academy Instagram. You can contact me at 319-2374, and we will normally give them all the information that is needed. We try as much to keep our numbers down, because we cannot load too many persons, like especially with the 16 to 21 age group. We basically go by first come, first serve. But with the younger age groups, we are excited to open our doors. And yeah, that's how you get onto us.
So I may be out running in terms of the age group, but somebody else can join and they can find you online. I love how everybody's laughing at me here. I am. But that's all right, because we are getting ready to represent the red, white, and black out there in the US and Connecticut. We've got a robust team that is going. We're ready for the scouts. And more than anything, we're going to keep that family-oriented support group to push the future of football. Beautiful stuff, Adrian.
Yeah, and I must thank sponsors for assisting us as well. We have On Board. We have Atlas Business Solutions, Gatorade, TT. They came on board recently to assist us in this. And then it have some persons that assisted the boys because they have to pay for travel and stuff. So we have SWAT, PBS Technologies. So they have really assisted so far. Individual sponsorship, we call it.
Right.
And I think it's a great opportunity for any Trinidadian and Tobagonian to showcase their talent and give themselves another chance in terms of going to school.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to keep our eyes on the prize, as you say, because these youth are going to represent us proudly when they go across there in Connecticut. And we will probably check in with you post to see what sorts of titles
Yes,
we've got,
please.
how many scholarships were awarded, and what is next for AIA. For now, we find you online, and we thank you for joining us this morning to keep us in the know as to what's going on with the Academy. Gentlemen, best of luck.
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank you for coming through on the Now Morning Show, and for you at home watching on, thank you for supporting. We will have ways for you to connect with them even more, but for now we are getting ready to take a break, and stick around. You don't want to miss what's next on the Now Morning Show.